Good afternoon, or evening rather, should I say. I am going to speak to you about Facebook's curious demographics and how they've been changing a bit since the company started. Essentially, there are fewer and fewer younger people using Facebook nowadays when compared to other platforms. Other platforms are seeing a surge in youth participation, but Facebook itself is not. Let's go back a bit into the past. Back in 2003, Mark Zuckerberg created what was then known as Face Smash. It was an app, one of the earliest apps, on which he rated people's attractiveness. And he rated the students at Harvard, rather, the university he was attending at the time. The powers that be in Harvard were furious at this face smash. Essentially, he had pictures of different students that were attending the school, and you had to rate their attractiveness. So, of course, the people who were running the school were not happy with this at all. But that did not deter the young Zuckerberg. He was 19 years old when he created a new website. And this new website allowed users to create profiles and to communicate on the platform. The website was known as the Facebook, not Facebook. And it quickly spread the country and was used exclusively at that time by university students. In the year 2006, The Economist wrote an article in which it stated that Facebook had 10 million users. And the writer of the article was actually quite impressed by this figure. Didn't take very long for that to become something very, very different. Today, there are over 2 billion active users of Facebook, so the company claims. The platform is used by politicians and businessmen alike to sway the masses. Facebook has grown up since its creation, but teenagers are less and less interested in it. It's difficult, to be fair, to measure accurately Facebook usage. Facebook has openly stated that it erases 2 billion fake profiles every quarter. I think that's a very large number. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what's claimed. eMarketer, which is a consultancy, have carried out investigations on Facebook, and they have found out that those who are teenagers nowadays are far less likely to use Facebook than those who are over 60. I know from experience that my grandmother, for example, often FaceTimes me and my family, but I've never seen her on Instagram or Snapchat or even on WhatsApp. So that could be an indicator of the trend. Let's look at some statistics. The share of 12 to 17-year-olds using Facebook at least once a month has not so much plummeted, but definitely reduced drastically from 60% in 2015 to 39% today. The rate of 45-year-olds to 64-year-olds is 58%, however, which is pretty steady and hasn't changed very much. This has been observed in the United States and also in other countries that use reliable data measuring. Why, you may ask then, why is this trend changing, and why are young people starting to reject Facebook a little bit? Well, one reason that has been cited is the fact that teens like to rebel, and no teenager wants to put up any photos that their nana can see online. Another reason that has been cited is the type of content that the platform deals with. It is said that young people prefer to have instant access, instant information, and that Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter are better platforms for them. Facebook has a bit of a different approach with its service. It has a news feed with many different stories and narratives, and people claim that that simply doesn't interest young people anymore. Facebook have been lucky in that they have managed to avoid regulators' wrath to a certain degree. Regulators allowed Facebook to take over Instagram in 2012 and to take over WhatsApp in 2014. Along with the creation of their own service, Facebook Messenger, Facebook now owns 4 out of the top 5 communication apps used on Earth, outside of the realm of emails. Now, Facebook does not break down its revenue by platform, but Mr. Andy Hargreaves of Key Bank Capital Markets says that 23% of Facebook, the company itself, including Instagram, WhatsApp, etc., 23% of its revenue comes from Facebook. Its revenue in 2019 was $68 billion. So it's a fairly tidy sum. Now, based on advertiser reports, WhatsApp is going to start introducing ads this year in 2020. And Facebook is also set to launch its own digital currency, Libra. You may have heard of the Cambridge Analytica scandal that took place not too long ago. It looks as though Facebook is going to be fined about $5 billion for its part that it played in that scandal. And it's true that this is not very good for the company's image, but even though it's a large sum, it's not really a very large sum for Mr. Zuckerberg and his associates. And even though the image has been damaged, the number of users on Facebook has actually gone up slightly since the scandal. People say that Facebook is moribund and that it has no future. That could be the case, we don't know. If it is, it could be the case that the platform itself does not have a very bright future, but the company indeed does. The company is a digital behemoth now. And this is partially because it's managed to avoid regulators' wrath. They have been quite relaxed with Facebook. And who knows if this will continue in the future. We could see a turnaround. Let's wait and see.